I'm gonna show you exactly what hardware parts you need to build a proper gaming PC with a high budget of about $1,600. And with this build, you will be able to play every single game you want to play on the highest settings. Hello and welcome to GamingPcDealz. Now, if you're new to me and this YouTube channel, we talk about all things gaming PCs and hardware, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss out. In this video, I show you once again how to get the maximum performance for your money so that in the end, you are guaranteed not to pay a cent too much and get the strongest system for the lowest price. And I know there are some channels that sell RGB RAM and unnecessary IOs as price performance PCs, which is somehow misleading because you have to save on other parts. However, at my place, you will only get the fastest systems like every time. The processor used in this build is the AMD Ryzen 9 3900X. Compared to the $1,400 gaming PC I showed you last week, we want to still upgrade the processor because we shouldn't upgrade to a 2080 Ti yet, since the price still doesn't make it worth it. However, with the Ryzen 9 we balance our system even more. I personally built the Ryzen 9 as well into my own workstation because this processor is just an insane value for money monster. With its 8 cores and 16 threads with up to really impressive 4.4 GHz per core, it can easily deliver 100 plus FPS performance in the world's most popular games at the highest settings while still having no frame drops while streaming. It's also perfectly suited for rendering, so it's basically just a complete package. For the GPU, I still recommend the GeForce RTX 2080 Super. With 8GB GDDR6 and 15500 MHz, it's one of the most insane graphics cards ever created. With its very strong drivers, it's extremely reliable and provides incredible GPU performance. But it's also very price efficient since it only costs about $600. If you buy that one, you will be future-proof and you will be able to enjoy all the games you want to play on highest settings for sure. To guarantee the best support for our CPU and GPU, we also want a fast RAM, and for that, we want at least 3.2 GHz. Therefore, I recommend 32GB with 3200 MHz from Corsair. I would personally buy it in the form of 4 8GB RAM blocks because of a little speed boost you would gain due to interleaving and less replacement cost in case one block breaks. But you can also just buy 2 times 16GB if you want to upgrade more easily in the future, even though it's very unlikely that you would need to upgrade those 32GB in the next 10 years. Of course, for the mainboard I recommend the classic MSI B450M Pro VDH Max. It's still the board when it comes to value for money. It is fast enough to support the 2080 Super and the Ryzen 9, and it has all the connectors that we need, so in this case we can't do anything wrong. For the flash memory we want a super fast SSD, and I recommend the PNY CS900 with 1TB of storage. Last week I tried to install Call of Duty Warzone and it was about 120GB of storage, so these days it just makes sense to buy a little bit of more storage if you just have the money. The very good thing is, usually when it comes to SSDs and storage, more storage usually doesn't cost that much more money. And since SSDs are very affordable right now, it's not really necessary to buy a small SSD together with a larger HDD, but you can just easily buy the large SSD. The power supply I recommend is the Corsair 750 from the CX series. It's really inexpensive, yet it's still 80+ Bronze certified, and it serves enough power so that all the other parts can work perfectly. In the end, all the components of our $1,400 gaming PC are installed in a Corsair mid-tower gaming case. It has an elegant and modern design with a mesh-free front panel and enough space for all the parts. It also includes USB 3 ports, SSD support, and with up to 5 fan mounts plus one added 120mm fan. It's also very cheap and it looks very good. Like always, you can find the links to the components in the description under the video. By the way, if you want to support me and this channel, please leave a like, it would help me out quite a lot, because I would really love to continue creating videos like this one.